I'll be reacting to The Greatest Demon Lord Reborn as a Typical Nobody, episode 12. I'll be watching it from Crunchyroll's website. Currently, it's got 10 likes and 0 dislikes, so I'll get an extra like, so it's got 11. And I'll be watching it from Crunchyroll's website. And now I'll be starting my reaction in 1, 0, go. Oh, yeah. I'm stoked for this. I mean, hey, it's not their fault. They're just not strong enough yet. Aww. But I'm sure with enough training, they'll be useful to Ardo eventually. It's just they're not going to be useful in battle right now. I wonder what she could be thinking, though. Why would you want to have that many women on a boy's harem? Oh, that's so cute. Just did it to troll. That's why I love Genie. But Irina, too. The chemistry with each other is amazing. Huh? Yeah, I wonder what they can actually do. I mean, either way, I'm kind of hyped for this. Ooh. Okay. Rio's considering Naruto's involved in an epic battle right now. Huh. Okay. And that already sounds like it's going to be complicated to pull off, considering the power of the opposition he's going up against. Ooh, that's going to be easier said than done. Holy fuck. Yo, this is hype. Oh. That's actually some slick shit from Lavartos there. I'm assuming because they're trustworthy, I'm guessing. Maybe they're not super strong and that they can hide their presence. That's my guess. She actually would be. Yo! The thing is, though, she says those type of stupid things because our girl gets so easily, she gets so easily flustered up. Although I don't think they can really celebrate in this instance until they completely win. Aw. I fucking love that sisterly love. Love. Oh. Yo! Oh no, I hope she didn't lose her leg. I swear the Latima's a real one for taking the hit like that. Like a fucking champ right there. What the fuck? I like how she has a fucking mecha. I feel like this chick could like destroy a full-on kingdom by herself with that gigantic ass machine she's got. Holy! And the music's fucking rocking too. It's fine. Let's get to see some cool moments from Sophia there too. About time. That thing looks fucking huge. Holy cow. I'm surprised it isn't. Yeah, I was going to be surprised it wasn't heavily guarded for a second. But never mind. Of course that thing would be heavily guarded. Thankfully, and hands are other than fucked. Literally and figuratively, too. Yo, wait, so that was an act? Yo, what a devious and conniving little bitch there. I would hope he doesn't intend on having them harmed. You know, that's a damn good question. Hmm. Well, the thing is, though, what's important is how Lydia feels. But they can't control that, though. And that's not a sin if Lydia chose that route. The thing is, though, they can't control how Lydia's going to be happy. If that's what makes her happy, then they got to go with it. The thing is, though, would Lydia enjoy a lot of people being sacrificed for the sake of her just existing? That's not a cheap price to pay. It's not going to be a cheap price for Lydia. Because that isn't what she wants. That's why there's the reason for hesitation. What the? He pretty much is threatening him. I mean, I wouldn't expect anything less from Otto from the future. Well, he was son of a bitch though, because you would think he would have cared about Gainey in Irina similarly to how he cares about Lydia. Holy shit. Oh, and this sucks. It's gonna make the girls feel like shit. Ah! Whoa. Then you know she's got a point. Should she be saying that out loud to Lati Mother where she can hear? Yo, I don't like this. where they actually are utilizing what they learned from Arda. And what makes her say that? It's 2 against 1. Oh. Oh, fuck. Okay, I think I spoke a bit too soon. Oh. 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 Yeah, that's a damn good question. I thought she was going to be out in the front lines. That's kind of creepy, but hey, at least they help other girls. Although stalker much. Lydia's not going to be the one that's going to want people to. Lydia would rather have the world in ruin than be saved. That's the thing. They got to put into consideration what Lydia wants. Although for a last episode, they really are having a lot more stills than I would like. And seeing that there are some decent animated moments, like so when she punched Latima, it actually looked good. But the choreography is simple though, because it's a black light with like flashing screen. I can only hope this means the same money for the inevitable Ardo versus future Ardo fight. Oh, and that's sad. But you know what? I gotta respect that. No, I hope she does not go. If there's a hell in the heavenly realm, I hope she goes to the heaven realm of this, for it's not a hell realm. Because of that type of selfless nature. Ha! Oh, looks like picture. Oh, no, we're gonna get what he wants. Good. I'm fucking glad. And see him and see is so beautiful. Yeah, I already knows he's gonna get rejected. More like he truly wishes to satisfy his own narcissistic ego instead. Hmm. I'm glad he's being called out on this. He actually is a coward. You know, he's got a point. Whoa, this guy's going straight up super sad. Jeez. It actually is. Oh, yep. They definitely saved the budget for this. I love how they both chant probably Kingdom all epically. I'm glad there's no one in the surrounding area because I could only imagine the type of destruction that would occur in the environment. The thing is, though, that was the Ardo in the past. Oh. I mean, sometimes in life you just need to trust other people, though. That's the thing. And I could see why he wouldn't want to go with the complete destroy your opposition type of mindset. Damn. So that explains why Lydia ends up in the situation she's in then. Yeah, because that caused Lydia to fucking. It's too late for that. The thing is, though, now he has the context that he knows Lydia wants to have an end eventually. The thing is, though, he'd be robbing her of true happiness if she doesn't allow her to get the retribution she wants to have. This is what I love about this battle. Not only is the action animation interesting, the dialogue is interesting too. Oh. I wonder if Lydia's, at least his version of Lydia's telling him to stop. Oh. Oh, yeah. Looks like she's stopping him from doing that. I swear Lydia's a real one. And that's the beauty about Lydia. Even beyond the dead, she is still help protecting Ardo. I mean, his own Lydia stopped him from killing Ardo in the present. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what Ardo would want to do. Because you have Lydia, well, at least the future Lydia, from that specific future Ardo's time period, preventing him from attacking. Then you got this current Lydia wanting to also die on her own terms. Then, yeah, I'd say Ardo's making the right decision. That's why, though, sometimes you only really know how much you value something until you lose it. Ah, that was not easy. Can you really call it a sin, though? I don't think you can call that a sin, though, if it's what Lydia wants. That's the thing. You just can't. Whoa. Oh, no. But, you know, I guess that makes sense because they could accomplish the mission. So it makes sense how everything would be restoring itself. Part of me, the optimist in me, is hoping that she can survive now that everything's settled, but got a feeling she might die though. Thankfully, it is. But they know that if they give her the answer, she might be inclined to ending herself. I mean, hey, she had to mention the truth. And it wasn't. Oh. Aw, that's so damn sweet. Hell yeah. I love the good news. And who knows, maybe they'll see Lydia. Oh. Ugh. And who knows, maybe Lydia will be alive in the present. Or who knows if this operates under the whole time travel rules of this verse could have multiple parallel universes. Yeah, I love his humbleness. Because it literally was, oh, Ardo. Well, Ardo, Lydia, Guinea, and Irina. Ooh, okay, now I love the sounds of that. Yeah, it's a damn good question, actually. Ah. Okay. That's kind of fucked up, but I'm not gonna blame him for saying that. Because that means if you would have to see this kid again, then that means there'd be a lot more conflict. So I could see why you never want to see him. Oh, wait, is that? Hey, after what they've been through, I'm not gonna blame them. They just saved the time. Oh, they still have those devices on their head. Oh, that's sweet. The optimist in me is hoping is Lydia's alive. Ooh, I wonder what message she's got. Oh man, that's so damn sweet. I'm glad Ardo got to hear that. Because at the very least, he's not gonna be settled with all that guilt anymore. Oh. Ah, so she still passes away. But at least there she does it with the smile. Oh. And then she's telling her boy to move on. Yeah, with the way she's pointing. And to not beat himself up so much. I gotta admit, it wrapped things up smoothly. All right, I gotta admit, wow. An anime that actually wraps up things pretty damn smoothly. That feels like it's a fucking rarity nowadays. So here's what I'm gonna rate this last episode. If I had to rate this last episode on a scale of say 1 to 10, I'm gonna rate this last episode an 8 out of 10. It was a really, really good one because it had some nice epic action going for it on the positive side. And also, aside from all of that, I gotta say, I thought it was a bit emotional just seeing the fact that when it comes to Lydia, she essentially expressed that yes, she was never going to be pissed at Ardo, no matter what happened at the end of the day. So that's why I liked the last episode. It had emotional bits like that. Although in saying that, the reason why I rate this last episode an 8 out of 10, not a 9 or a 10 out of 10 was the fighting was kind of disappointing though, because the thing is, Ardo in our current timeline versus his future self, it's like, holy fuck. The animation quality, while yes, it was good, the battle was way, way too fucking short. So that's one of the biggest letdowns, considering this is like the last episode of the series, and you would think the animation staff would have went balls to the wall deep in making the prettiest last episode possible. So that's where I was a bit disappointed with the episode, unfortunately. And for a last episode, yeah, I expected a little bit more than that. But in saying that, still didn't stop the last episode from being fun, though. Because at the very least, for the most part, it didn't end on a cliffhanger. So if, say, it were to end off on this note, it wouldn't feel so bad because it'd be a completely open-ended ending. But at the same time, if it gets more episodes, it could latch on to that. So that's why I thought it ended decently enough. And aside from that, from the character standpoint, I thought it was really damn good. Because here you have Irina and Guinea. At the very least, you have these two characters actually do something. That was nice. Actually getting out of their entrapment. Of course, right before they were saved by Lydia. And this episode does a great job in giving Lydia some cool shit to do when she actually rescues Guinea and also Irina. That just makes, at the very least, Our Lady more endearing as a character. And it does quite a bit for Ardo, too, of the present, because what I like about this when it comes to Ardo, I love how he was willing to, like, grow as a character and realize that, yes, maybe there is a shot he'd want Lydia to live. He understands and respects her wishes. And it adds a lot to Lydia's character when you have Lydia, the future Lydia that's with future Ardo, prevent future Ardo from killing or stabbing present Ardo. I thought that was a really great scene there. Shows you how loyal she is to Ardo there. That was a badass scene. So that's why this episode had quite a good amount of moments going for it, to its credit. And also, the animation quality, while it wasn't amazing, you can definitely tell they skimped on the budget, with the only spectacular looking sequences being Ardo versus future Ardo. At least the artwork was consistent, despite the animation quality in the last bit of the episode being a little disappointing. And the music was all well done, and that's why I look thinking of all these elements coming together. If I had to rate this episode overall, I got to give it an 8 out of 10. Now, if I had to rate the series overall on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being abysmal, 5 being average, and 10 being exceptional, here's what I'm going to rate this series. Does this series have the best writing of the season? Fuck no, it doesn't. But in saying that, this series sure as shit is entertaining. So if I had to give the series an overall rating, I'm just going to actually rate it a 5.5 out of 10 for slightly above average. And y'all might be wondering why I'm giving it that high of a score. Reason why I'm doing that, even though, yes, this series has a lot of harem antics that you would normally see in other anime. The reason why is because I found this anime to be enjoyable. I love seeing just Ardo's spectacular feats and seeing all the other characters react to them. I love the comedic tension the series had going for it. Like when you had Ardo in the early episodes trying to hide from Olivia that he was actually Vivarto's. Like seeing that kind of stuff was absolutely hilarious. And even though, yes, the series did have disappointing fights, there were some decent fights in the series here and there that at the very least elevate the series a little bit for me. But yeah, the lack of quality in the fights does lower the series a bit for me. And it's not like the series doesn't really have problems, because it did feel like in instances, it felt like the writing staff in the series were only allowed to make Ardo do cool shit, and that's about it. And it felt like no one else in the series was allowed to do cool shit at all. So yeah, that does lower at least a little bit of the potential greatness of the series when it sometimes does feel like it's only the Ardo show. And that's about it. So yeah, I'd be lying if I said the series didn't have flaws, because it does. Now, from a character standpoint, that's where I'd say the series has it's a good amount of positives, though, because I like Guinea. I like how she went from not having much self-confidence due to her being bullied in the past a lot to her eventually gaining lots, and I mean lots of confidence. Well, confidence. I thought that was well earned, and I love how our boy Ardo went through efforts of her gaining confidence, and also due to the efforts of Irina. I thought that was actually really damn sweet. And I kind of did like Irina's arc from not trusting people justifiably to then eventually trusting people. That type of stuff was actually kind of nice. And it really, really made the cast of characters in the series pretty likable. And I kind of liked Ardo's personality, even though, yes, as far as protagonists go, he had a pretty basic personality. I thought it worked for the most part, because he was a nice vehicle for a lot of the comedic stuff in the series to occur, to the credit of Ardo. Well, yeah, he wasn't the most spectacular character, but I'd say the supporting cast, like Irina, and not just Irina, but also Guinea, did make the series enjoyable, because I love the hilarious antics between Guinea and Irina, especially given the fact that Guinea was always trying to find ways to just increase in the harm. I'm like, this moment, that was just hilarious, and that's what really made this series nice. Just how the over the top horror antics. I thought it handled those pretty well. Now, when it comes to weaknesses, though, from a character standpoint, yeah, the series did have a few weaknesses, because not only was the last fight between Ardo and future Ardo, even though it was fun to look at when it happened, it was too short. They really didn't give a lot of depth to their villains, because even the villains in the previous arc didn't really feel like they amounted to much. So, yes, even though there was quite a bit for this series to enjoy when it comes to like the quality it has, I feel like this series could have benefited from having some villains that were at the very least worth a damn. Sadly, though, that wasn't the case, unfortunately. And that's why I gotta limit my rating to the series, because villains can only really be as good as I should say protagonists can only be good as its villains, and the villains in the series were a letdown. I'd be lying if I was like, oh yeah, the villains are great. And the series did have some animation issues that kind of ruined a little bit of the rule of cool factor, because, yeah, while there were some greatly animated episodes, it could have done better for itself with at least a bit of a higher animation budget. Just saying. And that's why. Oh, but in saying that, I'll give credit where credit's due. The voice acting was great. And the opening for the series was pretty late. And that's why taking all these factors in consideration, even though, yes, you could say that this series didn't have the most amazing writing ever, I enjoyed it despite the flaws it had. And if anyone were to say, rate this a 5 out of 10, I wouldn't blame them. If anything, here's my adjusted rating. For someone like me who enjoys watching arms, I give it a 5.5 out of 10 for a slight bit above average. For anyone that's neutral, I'll give it a 5 out of 10 adjusted score, where it's all right. It doesn't do anything beyond that. And for anyone that really loves them, then I'll give it a 4.5 out of 10 because, yeah, anyone doesn't like these type of anime are going to fucking dislike them. But I enjoyed it, though. I enjoyed the comedy, too. Oh, and then right before I go, I almost forgot to mention, but yeah, there's still some plot points the series has to kind of tackle on. Like, for example, there's the whole plot point of Olivia still trying to figure out whether Ardo was Vivarto's or not in the past. There's still that element there that the series still kind of has to acknowledge. So it ain't like the series patched up all loose ends, but at least it patched up most of the major ones. But yeah, stuff like that keep it from being into like super great heights. But I still had fun overall. I'd be lying if I said I didn't. But anyways, y'all, these are my thoughts on the episode and the series in general. I'd love to hear your thoughts on how I feel about my reaction or the episode itself in the comment section below. Hope y'all rate the video, share, comment, subscribe, and be sure to hit the bell for notifications. And I hope y'all have a fantastic day, y'all. And thanks so much for watching my video, everyone. Bye-bye, y'all.